So, prefab panel, bridges, construction, people, population, so many things we need to talk about today. Hopefully this is gonna be informative one, so hopefully you guys are gonna pay attention to this. Actually, it's me who needs to pay attention more, but hey ho, what you gonna do about it? Let me go to the comment section straight away and address a couple of these interesting issues. Right, why are my comments showing so weirdly? I will just real quickly go... Oh, it's paused. My bad. Unpause now. Right, I'm just gonna go real quickly to the comment sections that we addressed and... Oh, wait. I think I... Sorry about this. This is totally unprepared. And here we go. Removing the ones that respond. I still need to respond to Julian. It's early morning. 9 o'clock. It's always early morning for me. Not always. I work. Today I'm off, actually. I'm gonna be recording some and having some fun and replying to your guys' comments that I really appreciate. And a couple of really interesting things hopefully gonna happen today in this game, so we'll see how that goes. But let's start with the old gala, the latest comments first, the newest comments first. That absolutely makes no sense, but gonna address these first. So, Old Gala mentioned something really good. Railway connections to the border, perhaps joining all the tracks before existing road crossing, would allow the future longer trains at the customs house as the economy grows. Even a train less than a half of the length of the queuing area won't fit into the border station. So yeah, this is really interesting. So yes, with the current setup that I put over here, it's this is the length of the trains that are going to be fitting here. From this semaphore all the way to the end of the border crossing. This is the length of the trains that we can expect to be here. Okay, now big trains are cool. Size matters in this case, in every case. It doesn't matter. It matters. Size matters. The size of the trains matter, and how much you want to export. Now, this is a really good thing. If you're focusing on a single thing that you want to export, like let's say extremely bulky thing like coal, like oil, you gonna need a lot of space for your trains. If you're gonna export just, let's say, shipping containers, it doesn't really have to be in a huge vast amounts. That can be like 3, 4, 5, 6 6 wagons for a train. I know we'll all love big trains. Like I don't know a person who doesn't like a big train, to see a big train, but unless you're starting off and you're focusing on one of these bulky exports, is there really need for big trains? Like trains, of course, yes, there's a need for trains, but is there a need for big trains? I don't know. I don't think so, because if you're not focusing on the bulky things, if you have already somewhat developed economy, calling this pile of hogged garbage an economy, you don't need big exports, you don't need a lot of trains, you don't need a lot of parking space. Now, what Old Gala said here is absolutely correct. If I built the parking space as far back as we could, it doesn't matter where, like as far as back as we could, it would probably be more efficient for longer trains, and then only really long trains can be can be parked before they enter the border crossing, and we can have really long access and exit points for the trains. So all of this that I'm building here could be pushed back all the way here, and then the length of the entrance to the border crossing can be here. It doesn't have to be. In this case, like I mentioned now, if your logic is to not to export these bulky cargoes, because bulky cargo is usually cheap crap that needs to be processed. But why don't you just process it? Why don't you just process it into more stuff and then have something that is high value, low in volume, like chemicals, like plastics for 18 over here, and nuclear fuel, doesn't matter, something greater value. I don't think we are at a phase of the game where we will be exporting huge amount of bulky stuff. I think bulky stuff should be converted in something more useful. I actually really don't know what coal should be converted in, because I'm not gonna create electricity from it. We are close to breakthrough in the fission technology, and we're gonna be creating fission power, electricity, and potentially fission heating everywhere, which is also going to free up the fuels, because unfortunately yet we don't have nuclear vehicles, so we cannot load them with uranium or plutonium and make it run. So for now, uranium initially, plutonium later. So this is my opinion about yes, absolutely, if you're gonna be focused on a bulky exports, definitely bigger railroad crossing. But I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think about this? It's gonna take a while for our train to build this other track all the way there. It's not done. Like, we can literally even destroy this. It doesn't matter. I can even go and separate this. For example, maybe even if I remove this, it's gonna be paused, but I'm not gonna remove. Whatever we build, we can rebuild it later parallel to this railroad. We can put parking spaces for trains around here next to these power cables. Whatever, we have space, we can do it. But it's a really good point. I often make this mistake, and I'm pretty sure that Old Gala knows this from the previous videos, that mistakes that I make usually around here, they're all similar to this, like not enough space, signalization, you know, squeezing things in, what Old Gala hates or loves the most in our channel. Squeezing this in, squeezing everything in, and we have such a vast territory that we can use. Okay, that's a one thing that Old Gala kind of, this is not the big one that made me think. The Old Gala actually pointed out something different, what made me think more. We're gonna address this now. So this is why are you building a river bridge next to the wooden one? I know you're trying to build it from both sides, but I would consider replacing the wooden one, as it's currently the best position for connecting to the main road network, and would look much better aesthetically. Building from the both, sorry about this, I'm just waking up here. So building from both ends won't speed things up that much. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think you're correct. And now, I did reply to this comment, and I think it's better to express all of this here and now. So my opinion about the bridges here and people. Let's be a little bit brutal, and all jokes aside, I'm not gonna joke about this, but in this game, people are resource. People are like coal, people are like uranium, people are like forest, people are like farm or fields. People are just a resource. You don't want any traffic going through your farming area, you don't want any traffic going through your coal area. I don't think it matters, usually it's a dead end, but also the cities should be this. There's nothing in the cities that you want from the cities, and cities that they want, except their own internal supply system for people and heating and all that stuff. So you don't need anybody from the outside going into the city, again, except the supply system that is technically part of the city. So for example, you have your warehouses here that are supplying the city. This is part of the city in my eyes, and the citizens are a resource. Now this may seem in a real world the logical place to put a bridge because it goes to the city, but this is exactly what I don't want to do. I don't want any traffic going to the city, because this ecosystem here does not benefit from additional traffic going there. Traffic needs to go outside of the cities. It needs to have bypasses. It needs to disrupt the traffic. If you watch these series, or any of my series, you know how much traffic can be devastating for your economy and everything else. So less traffic happens in the cities, the better for your people. So this is something that gave me a lot of thought, like literally, like treat people as a resource. I'm sorry to say that, I love my little virtual people, and I really do. I try to treat them as best as I can, try to make all of their needs. When was the last time you saw this in your republic, or even mine? Well, especially mine. That there's nothing, that they don't need anything, like even jobs are fulfilled. Like seriously, look at this. Like even if you go, let's go with Old Galas, sorry, with Chibovo. Even Jibovo is happy. Look at this. There's nothing that they need. Wow, and 79% is the happiness. This is not ideal. We need to see what the problem is. I'm gonna have to go and check out what is happening here. But looks like happiness is dropping. Sports, jobs, and culture. Seriously? That doesn't seem like they should be too low. Is it something else? Is it freezing? It's not freezing. Workers without a job, that's normal. Anything else? Culture, one culture. Okay, this is bullshit. Like, what do they need? Like, look at this. Therefore, happiness is 46%, and there's nothing that this tells us about what's the problem with them. Like nothing. Like this is the logic, three-division logic. Like there's no reason for these people to be unhappy, at least as per list here. Like there's only 4 workers without jobs, 1 without culture, and 1 without citizen, and then they're all suicidal for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they're acting like this. There should be more information. Why is this happening? Maybe I'm not seeing something. Did I tell them to go to work somewhere? No, I didn't. Specific. I just let them work wherever they want. They can do whatever they want. They're practically happy. Look at this. Like, incredible. They're like 46% happiness, and almost all their needs are met. Incredible. Just absolutely peachy. Anyway, treating your people as a resource. Let's try to address this if it doesn't, so it doesn't spiral out of control. This is happiness of our people, 3 kilometers long. Look at these, 95% happiness. This is what we do. Look at this. When people live in Yugoslavian buildings, they are happy. They're always happy in Yugoslavian buildings. The only unhappy people are in this building here, and they're the closest to everything that they need. There's some unhappy people here. But again, it doesn't tell us anything. 58% happiness. Yeah, this dropped, unfortunately, but I don't think we can do anything about it. Anyway, I'm done talking about this. I'll address the 78% later. I have no idea what the problem is. Food, we can go and check out the food. Food is fine. We have do we have a second shopping center? We have over here. Again, food is more than fine, and then we have a shopping center here. Meat is a little bit, no, meat is fine because it's just under a ton. 1 ton is a capacity. Then, oh, let's check these guys here. 80%, 76. Yeah, I think if we're gonna get happiness more than average, like overall happiness more than 83, 4%, I think we need to increase the quality of apartments. And no, I'm not doing that. Like this is BS, again, bullshit metric in the game. Quality of apartments that are gonna affect their happiness so much. And a lot of modders, this is not due to modders. They try to do the best and realistic they can. They put the beautiful buildings and beautiful apartments with a low quality of living, and I hate that. Low quality of living for absolutely no reason, and then their happiness cannot ever go. Like this one, for example, in Chibovo, 75% is quality of flats, even though their happiness is 75%. That's an amazing. I think these apartment buildings don't deserve it. They're really beautiful. I hope that you can if you can invest in apartments to increase the quality of life, that would be a good thing in the game. Anyway, going back to the bridge. It's actually the opposite, in my opinion, at the moment. I'm not pushing, this is not my idea, but my current opinion is that actually the main road is this one here, and building it parallel to this road or aligned with this road is actually the most important thing. That city is here kind of in the way, not really in the way, but should not be connected directly with there. And then if we implement this road signs that the trucks don't have to are not allowed to go in the city, which I need to do, then they're gonna be just going this way and turning in this direction, going around with the bypass. So bypass should be our main focus in which direction should we go. Yeah, anyway, so Cheap asked what's my opinion about making my own prefab panels. Yeah, I didn't express my opinion too well, so sorry about that. I'll probably have to do a better job. That's a lot of trucks we have, and very little resources that we are getting. I actually need to investigate why is this happening, because we should be having... This should work better. 12 trucks delivering this. We're consuming, obviously, consuming a lot. Yeah. Anyway, get some buses out to your nuclear facilities, man. Yes, I need to do that. I'll do that. The problem is now the population, the amount of workers we have. If I tap into the Port Elgin as a source of workers, which we have around 300 unemployed, which oscillates, goes up and down. We can only get around 100 people here, which we need 100 for a mine. We need 75 for this one. We need 120 here, so that's 200, 300. And nuclear industries are being constructed. Yeah, just being constructed. We need 200 tons for this. 200 tons of steel. That's gonna be that's gonna be fun managing those books. Cheap. 200 tons of steel. Nothing to export, so only one big container left. And yeah, there's one being exported here. I need to focus again on the finances and making more Soviet babies so we can have nuclear industries. I really hoped that we can get this up and running, but I don't think it's gonna be useful if we actually implement it now. So I might not do it in this episode just because of the population numbers. So we calculated here 120 people and 75, that's 195, and 100 is 295, and the last segment of high-tech industries is 120, sorry. That would be 520 people per shift times 3, 1,600, 710 ish. I probably made a mistake with calculations, so let's count on that. But anyway, my goal in this episode is going to be to try to maximize our exports. So if we are storing some materials that we can export, like electronics, like chemicals. I'm gonna focus on that to get those bad boys out of the country as soon as possible. Of course, the big thing being the alcohol. Hopefully we're gonna be finishing this bad boy over here. Let's put construction 3 and 4 on this. So storing more alcohol. Actually we are already exporting all of it. That's really nice to see. These guys are distributing everything. Perfect. They're distributing to 2 warehouses for our 2 cities, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, why is this guy going there? I don't know where he was going, but he was harvesting something. Anyway, let's see how long I've been talking. Too long. Oh, right, Julian. Sorry, Julian. Why do you waste so much money on construction offices and vehicles? You realize you still have to get prefab steel from the border area. Why don't you... why build COs around the map? You have COs right by the border. Well, they're not in the range, so COs by the border, there are no more COs by the border. I removed them. There is one CO in the city of Murmansk, which is absolute failure. My personal opinion is that these construction offices that have every single vehicle under the sun in there are failures because they're just too slow to construct stuff. And I don't think making 3, 4, 5 of these would speed the things up. It would a little bit, but I think more professional, let's call it, construction offices like I'm doing over here are better suited for my needs. This is just a personal opinion. If you don't think it works for you, that's absolutely perfectly fine, and I understand totally. You should do you, definitely. You should do what's best for your country. For me, I think I'm kind of leaning towards having 4 bus construction offices for finishing construction and 4 construction offices on automation, footpath, road, the groundwork and transport, the 4 construction offices. I'm gonna be setting those up because they look like they're gonna be finished soon as well, and focusing on the nuclear industries, getting our population up and running. I think this is gonna be the most important thing that I'm gonna be doing in this episode. So that's it. See you in like 5. Tum. Can I just do... No. Looks like I'm gonna have to do it manually, one by one. That's fine. Prefab panels. There we go. Ever so notorious prefab panels. Yeah, anyway, guys, vote. What do you think? Many short... I don't know if this is even a vote thing, because everybody likes long trains. Doesn't matter what the choice is. I don't think that... oh, right. One thing I forgot to mention, when you have developed economy, like, you know, you're not exporting bulk cargo like coal and oil, you know, or you already have some kind of manufacturing, like some kind of little bit of a manufacturing like we have here. What you need to do is pace your development. You don't want to export trillions and trillions to have a Dutch disease and rampant inflation and stuff like that. It's just something that is like a little bit on a sensible side, so I'm really happy to actually not to do it. What are we doing? Footpaths, remove them, conveyors, but yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna remove everything so it can be set by automation. Actually, this is already done. These guys here, I think they're doing next to anything anymore, so we're just gonna find them a new... whoa! Oh, right. Oh, my bad. There we go. Yoink. Right, so, yeah, so what we were talking about? Exports, trains. Everybody loves long trains. Right, so nuclear industries, it looks like I'm having a bottleneck again. Water supply is the issue. It could be issued in this building as well, but it wasn't for the time that I was looking at it. Currently it's 41%. It looks like it's the only building that is having this issue with water. Probably is in some way at the end of the supply chain or whatever, and this is causing us grief. This is causing our people not to be happy, but hopefully I'm doing this fast enough, but we are creating here, high priority, really fast. We're creating another pumping station because this is what is causing us the, seriously, no workers. Is this really that big of a problem? I mean, like, if they couldn't get from there to here okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, the water supply is the problem, a little bit of a problem. Oh, by the way, tourists. Yeah, we started gaining tourists. I started importing tourists, so we have all these tourists, Vladimirs all over the place. Expected rating -6. No church, no shop. Yeah, that's I'm trying to connect this shop. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it or not. I might do it, but we'll see. I might just build a new shopping center. Talking about shopping centers, we have a couple of them coming in Port Elgin. I'm gonna be making huge development. I moved some of the farming area away so we can build a new neighborhood around here that's gonna be gravitating to boat. Oh. No, there we go. So, none of you. Could be that this was causing some issues, that they're coming there for work and there's no work there. Yeah, water-wise, didn't he... Again? What? Okay, something is wrong with these guys. I thought there was an orange bus delivering people here. Maybe... that was probably delivering for construction over here. Yeah, he was delivering them there. That's fine. So the problem with the water supply is the influx of water we have currently. You can see that we're processing 130. That's just because we have a little bit of a back. You see how much we can process? 120. Where does this 120 number come from? I'm pretty sure that's the capacity of a pipe. 127 is capacity of the pipe that can bring the water from the this little small well. By the way, it has 280 cubic meters of water, so currently it's gonna backfill everything that we needed, but we don't this is not enough. This is gonna be only enough, this water that they're processing now. It's only enough for the to filling the pipes that they actually have. You can see here, this is more, this is not even consumption. We're not really consuming 180. They're filling the end storages of water. So like all of these guys, I think they have their own capacity. Pipes also have capacity, so this is where the water is going. Buildings have capacity as well. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so the solution to our problem here is just to finish this pumping station that we have here, which is gonna double our production of water, which currently is 70 cubic meters. This is gonna be 140, and then this is gonna be our maximum capacity of processing, because this one cannot process more than 120 cubic meters of water, or consume more than 250 kilos of chemicals per day, because if the water is too dirty, they need to use more chemicals. So it's either or, whatever you hit first, consumption of chemicals, which is if you have water over 90%, you're never gonna hit this number, which is great, you're not spending chemicals, but you're gonna hit this number, which is capacity of the treatment plant. Talking about treatment plants, I wanted to check again. It feels like it's night constantly. Sorry about that, guys. I'm playing on normal speed. I'm trying my best. I'm doing it. I wanted to check how much production we have here. You can see here production. If we had only one single point where the water comes from, whoa, we're not even filling this. Seriously? How come? We're not producing enough water to fill this tower. Well, that could be causing some happiness issues. I don't have at the moment happiness issues here. On the other hand, the water treatment big over here, which is also connected to the tower, is not filling it fast enough. So tower is only getting 65 cubic meters of water. Why? I don't get it. I don't get this. And I did a little bit complications here. Complicated things a little bit. Let's see here. This one has capacity only 27. There's so many things wrong here. These two are 60, so they are just... Well, why are we not filling the tower? That's a strange one. I mean, we do have capacity of filling the tower. And we do have this guy producing 68 cubic meters of water. Why is it 68? If we're not filling the tower, this should be working at bigger capacity. We're not consuming, the water is not dirty. The water quality is 93%, so we're not spending all these chemicals. So the production is down to 20%, but the water tower is not being filled. And it should be. I have no idea how water mechanics work here. I need to maybe watch some other people explain this, how it works. But in my opinion at the moment, it looks like there's something wrong with in a game. Like usual, blaming usual people, usual suspects. Right, so you can see here that this is producing water at 68 cubic meters or 60 to 70 cubic meters per day. They are getting more than that because there's more pumping stations here. You can see here that they're barely working. So water getting in here. So this one is only 55, capacity is 70. These two are capacity 70 each. They are overlapping, that's intentional, but they're getting only like 6 to 7, 10 cubic meters of water each. So that would mean that this storage, if this storage is full, then this is the problem where we need to ship that water as soon as possible elsewhere. Okay, so that means the pipe capacity. This side is getting only 0.7 cubic meters of water per day. Okay, unfortunately I cannot see the size of these pipes. They look similar or the same. I wanted to see if pipe is limiting factor here. Then we have the pumping station. This pumping station has two outlets, one inlet. We know that the biggest pipes that I usually build always biggest ones, but you can see here that this is 65 cubic meters per day going through this little pumping station. 65, not more than that. And none of the capacity is 65. This is 127, and this is 56. This is closer one, but it's constantly more than that, so I don't think this is the pipe that we actually put in there. I think this is a normal pipe. And then we have definitely normal pipes here, because I remember building these. They should be processing more than 20-30 cubic meters of water per day. And my question is, why isn't the water tower being filled? It's connected with 227 cubic meters per second per day water pipes, and they're not consuming that much water, and the water tower is not being filled. It does have 2 inputs, 2 outputs, that's true. Output here is going 30, let's see, yeah, this is one output. This is sending 35, and the other one is sending 20. So together they have 60 cubic meters, which is the number that we are talking about. So there, for some reason, this water tower is not being filled. I don't know if there's any purpose then to the water tower. It will, I mean, there is creating a pressure, blah, 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 blah. But that also means that this area here shouldn't be that much affected by water consumption, because this water tower is never going to be full, because they're going to be constantly consuming all the water. It makes little sense to me, to be honest. I know, again, this is 120 cubic meters. So are we actually spending that much water on the chemical industry? No, 20 cubic meters per day. It's still a lot, but not that much. And then the alcohol industry, 35 altogether. Both alcohol and chemical industries are both 35 at the same time. And we do have this one here. This is not really cement. Cement has its own water source, dirty water. No, this is just 2 cubic meters. Yeah, so I don't know if water tower is even a good thing to see if you're, if you're supplying it with enough water or not. Because we have here, this is another one. Water treatment plant has a full capacity of 25 cubic meters of water, and it's sending only 56. Oh, again 56. That's an interesting number, because 56 is the capacity of the. Oh, okay, now it's going to 70. I would assume that this is really... Oh, darn it. Will I ever finish this? Transport. There we go. So this is going to increase the processing. Happiness to low, go away. There we go. Anyway, I think we are slowly, we're slowly running out of money, but the problem behind this is the imports of steel. We're done with most of our construction. We can even start assigning these bus construction offices that I pushed back from the nuclear industries because I don't need them there anymore. I'm done with developing nuclear industries. I only need to take care of it. This is the only thing. Oh, are you on automation? Oh, you're not. You're still not here? Seriously? Slowpoke. Let's go for setting up this construction office. Let's do this real quickly. I think you guys are gonna be fine with this. So we're gonna go and rename all of this to bus 1. That's fine. And then we have bus 2. There we go. And then we're gonna go for next one, bus 3. There we go. And then we have bus 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have bus construction offices, which is gonna help us to... First of all, we have a big farming area that we're producing. Can we actually finish this farm before the... Ooh, good question. Can we finish this farm before spring? It's 21st December. Okay. Challenge accepted, maybe? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that these farms are automatically selected already to be constructed. Farm is the only one important because we need to sow the things. And then we have this. This is dumpers. Do we have any dumper trucks over here that are available? No, we're done with dumpers. I think we can remove... no, it's here. Sorry, my bad. We're not done with dumpers. Find new home. Are you dumpers? Yes, it's dumpers. These guys should be working. Road construction, do we have ticked? Yes, it's ticked. Which ones do we have to? Groundwork. This is going to be groundwork, but this is going to be finished later. We're going to work on that later. This is the groundwork that is being done. We need concrete, asphalt. Everything is actually delivered. Excavator is working hard on this one. That's nice. Dumpers, transport. Yeah, that's it. I can get more people here, and I think some of you said that maybe we should be getting more. Oh, we're missing fueling station here. We can go for fueling somewhere. We don't have electricity still here. I was thinking of getting high voltage power cables around here on this area because farming can... You know what? There's a fueling area here for now that's gonna be finished. Oh, maybe we should be focusing on these. There we go. Maybe this is a new setup. I'm gonna be working on this. I'm gonna be working on this manually. I'm gonna assign all these construction offices to elsewhere. So anyway, what do you think, guys, about the logic? What I said, like the people being a resource, not really, and cities shouldn't have direct connections to the network, but you know, bypasses should be the main roads in a game. As I'm kind of considering treating people as a resource here, you know, to be cruel. And the second thing, what do you think about these railroads? Should we continue with this current plan, or do you think I should push back the whole parking lot all the way here so we can eventually once accommodate bigger trains? Again, it's not gonna cost us anything. It's gonna cost me a little bit of time to redesign this, which is not a problem. I know what needs to be done, so yeah. Do we keep it as it is, like this, or do we put it for potentially bigger trains? I know what you're gonna say, but please say it in the comment section. Thank you. And the new city development, couple of shopping centers being built. We're gonna have to start building these. That's gonna spring a new life into our construction area over here. I already have few... wow, they're already working. Who is working on this? Transport. The Port Elgin, maybe? Maybe. Port Elgin construction. Who is delivering this many people there to work on that? I mean, it's good. Let them work. But since there's is this a final? I think it's a final stage. So let's assign these and this one here. Let's assign these two bad boys to this, because they're gonna bring the cranes. That's gonna speed the things up. But 43 tons of steel is not gonna look on our balance sheet. Now, by the way, it's not when we are done with that. It's not done, because this steel is gonna be re-imported. I can do it. I can preemptively lower this to 30%. That means that they're gonna import only to a 30%. Obviously, we all know that steel is not a problem here financial, that prefabs are. That the amount of prefabs we have, it's absolutely that we don't have is absolutely appalling. And if I invested in the prefab industry earlier, these issues wouldn't be happening to us. But yeah, I'll just never learn. That's it, leaving it here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, wish Oolykee happy couple of days off. I'm gonna be recording some videos, potentially other games, we'll see, but I'm gonna be spending a lot of time indoors, as one should in Ireland. Guys, have a nice one, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.